Hey guys, Kevin from the Boardwalk Club here. I wanted to review today a mic that I use a lot on a lot of my songs. It's called the Shure SM7B. I think it's third generation of the original Shure SM7. Everybody knows it talks about gear. You know, big thing is, you know, Michael Jackson's Thriller, recorded on that with that mic. But there's several reasons why it is probably the best microphone for you to have if you are recording at home or in any environment that's like less than ideal, okay? Number one. Eyes on the road. You know, number one, why is it a good mic? First off, it's a dynamic mic, okay, which is different, and that's going to be part two. I'm going to tell you about in a second of why that's why it's so good. But number one, it's got a full, clean, professional sound. It sounds really good. Okay, that's number one. I think they go for like $399, $400 new, and probably like $250 or something used. I haven't checked, $300 used. But it's a clean, full, professional sound. You can get great recordings with it. They use it in professional settings like all the time. Which brings me to number two. Okay, so number two, why should you use this one at home? Because your environment sucks, okay? Your garage sucks. Your home, your bedroom sucks, okay? If you were just rich and cool, you could have like an epic studio. You shouldn't be using other mics. So when I say other mics, I mean large diaphragm condenser mics, okay? LDCs. You really shouldn't use those. I mean, you can, and I do use them, but I usually try to use the SM7 first. And why? Because it's a dynamic mic, it doesn't pick up the room, okay? You have to get, when you use this mic, and this is a tutorial on how to use this mic too, what you want to do, you want to get right on the mic, okay? Now you can be back a little bit if you want to, that's fine, it's not bad. But to really get a big sound, a really good sound, you want to get right on this mic, okay? Lips touching the mic, okay? You want to get right up on there, okay? And the beauty is that it's not picking up any of the reverb from your room. I know reverb sounds cool. It doesn't sound cool in your house. It sucks, okay? Professional studios are tuned, the rooms, I mean, they spend, you know, $1 million on these places, okay? They make it so it sounds good naturally, okay? You really don't have that, all right? Now, you can treat your room. You can make it neutral, maybe, but you're gonna have a tough time making the room sound good. And so you can always add plugins on it at the end and get a good sound. But this will give you a clean, full sound. All you got to do is to get a great performance on this mic, and they can take it and it'll be done. In the mixing process, they'll have no problem with time, compression, you know, EQ, coloration, whatever. But you should be really getting a lot of your, you know, EQ and stuff really in your performance, your compression in your performance. Do a good job in your performance and everything comes into line, okay? So number two, again, this thing does not pick up the rest of your room. So if you have a home studio, use this mic. You're gonna buy mics and be like, oh, this mic sucks. Well, you know, there's an $800 mic, it's a $1,000 mic. It can't suck, all right? You know, your room's bad. Another shot, another fight, another spot, and more fun and games, laughing at the top. Cool. So that brings me to number three, okay? You know, one of the great things about this mic is what you can do to make yourself, you know, get like different flavors of this mic is the preamp. So this preamp, you know, this microphone requires more gain usually than other mics. So if you're using this mic, you know, you might be putting the gain up to like, you know, 40, 45, 35, 40, 45, 50. You know, I mean, really not more than that, but like a lot of the condenser mics, you don't need to do that. You know, you're not gonna need to power it that much. But that being said, because you're driving your preamp more, this is my theory, I think it's true, I don't know, but who gives a crap, okay? you're driving the preamp more, okay? So that means you're getting more coloration. So I do recommend with this mic is external preamps. So a lot of you guys are using audio interfaces, and that's fine. But external preamps, well, they add something. They add a little something there, okay? They're not too bad. I mean, you can get a single channel great preamp for under $500, no problem. Yeah, that's, you know, so you're looking at $500 for a great preamp, you know, $400 for this guy, all right? So it brings you to like, you know, 900 tops, and you'll have a professional sound. I use, I'll do a review on the next one. I use a Warm Audio WA12 Mark I, the first one. That one's pretty good. So that has like the API flavor, if you know API, Neve, and all that stuff. But again, a lot of that stuff's all secondary. Remember, okay, it's the performance, it's you know, the room, but you're taking the room out with this. That's why it's so important. You're getting rid of the bad room, okay? And then you're gonna make some hits, make daddy some money, and then we're gonna get a bigger house and we get our own little studio. We tune it up. It's gonna be beautiful, okay? Yeah, right.
We're supersonic and we'll never stop. Yeah.
If we look up at the back of the mic, you'll see I've got it turned here. I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, so it's a sideways view, but basically, like if you look here, you've got a high pass filter, roll off the low end. Okay, so you can move that. Look, now we took it off. I'm gonna put it back in. I know I'm using a pen. I don't, you know, it doesn't matter, all right? And then this one's really cool because this will bump it in the high end, you know, and give you a really great sound sometimes. So why is mine off? Okay, so just like different mics, I'm sure you guys read this all the time. It's like different mics are great for different songs. Like, you know what I mean? One song, you make the mix and you're like, all right, I'm gonna use this mic, and you get up on this mic and you're like, man, this sounds like garbage, okay? Well, what you want to do is try a different mic. Now, that's assuming you practiced. I mean, you don't get up on a thing and be like, oh, it's, you know, oh, this mic stinks, you know. Well, have you been practicing the song for days? You know, because if you haven't, then don't start blaming the mic, okay? Practice a song, you know how to sing it, you know how it's going to go. You've been singing it in the car, you got it all down. And then you go on there and you're like, oh, this, you know, it's not cutting through. It's not, you know, syncing with the sound. You know, it's not syncing with the song. Well, what you can do, instead of grabbing a different mic, if you want to use the SM7, hit the switch on the high pass filter, take that off, take out the low end, get on and try it again. You're like, oh, that sounds better, but there's something missing. Hit the other one, either put it on or take it off, you know, either one, and try it, and you'll be like, oh, now I'm cutting through, now I got a good sound. And that's important because it's nice to get a good sound when you're going in. You know, you can commit a little bit and get a good sound, and the reason for that is, in my mind, this is all my stuff, you know, guys. So psychologically, when you hear yourself on the performance and you're like crushing it, okay? You're crushing it, you know, you're the best singer ever, okay? You know, you're just crushing it. You hear yourself doing a good job, you're gonna, it's gonna reinforce what you're doing, and then you're gonna sing even better. So you sound good and you're like, oh, I sound really good. I'm like a badass up there. You imagine yourself on stage and you're just dominating, you know, girls are just throwing the bras at you and you're having a good time. But then, you know, you don't want to, you got to come back to reality at some point. But if you hear yourself doing a great job, it reinforces what you're doing and then you sound even better. And that's for another lesson. I'll teach you how to go back, my steps on the steps I take to write a song. I'm gonna try to make a whole series of like how I go from song, the beginning to the end, like, you know, like 10-part series on how to write a song. And it's gonna be good. But I'm just gonna go through all the gear and stuff, some of that too, and get these out to you guys. But then, to recap, okay?
Don't be late, light it up. I'm getting loaded. There's no time, light it up.
If you're not getting a good recording, if you're having trouble, go ahead and hit me on the comments. and ask me what's up, or like private message me or something, or you know, I put my website up too, so you guys can check it out. But you know, you can definitely get a good. My new album's coming out in 2 weeks. The old stuff's up there, but the new stuff's like, you know, incredible. But you know, if you're not getting a great recording and you're using this mic, and you have an external preamp, or even if you don't have an external preamp and you just feel like you're just not getting good recordings, you know, comment or PM me and let me know, because we could talk real quick, and I'll chat real quick and figure out why, because there's no reason you shouldn't be getting a good recording. But I'll play actually, maybe at the end, I'll put up a track on this, and you can listen for a minute. Just something I did yesterday, and I didn't even practice. Just got her on the mic, boom, and that's it. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm sorry for the long video. I was planning to do like 3 minutes, and I rambled like a banshee here. If you do me a favor, you could follow me on YouTube, especially Instagram or Facebook. Check out my music. It's on my website at www.theboardwalkclub.com. Again, my name's Kevin. You can follow me at the Boardwalk Club on Instagram. But I'll be getting a new album out, and in a couple weeks, and I'll have it all posted up, and then you can guys hear what I do, and I'll go over the songs too, and maybe we can figure out, you know, I'll tell you stuff I did and whatever. I haven't mixed somewhere else. I also realized I can't mix for crap, and it took me a long time to realize that too. So like, you write all these great songs and you realize you can't mix that well. I've gotten better. I'll post at the end of this video. I'll put something I did with the SM7, so you guys can listen a little bit, and you can hear what vocals sound like on there. What awesome vocals sound like on there. All right, guys. Again, SM7B, and it's a great mic. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for one mic to get, especially to start out, and don't say $400 is too much. No, you have no idea. You have no idea. Do not buy a $100 mic. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, don't do it. Put in a little bit into your work, okay, into your craft. We do this stuff not to make money. I mean, it's great to make money. Everybody wants to make money. I mean, you know, I'm gonna try to make money. You know, what are you gonna do? We do this stuff because it's legit. You know what I mean? It's who we are. It's what we do. All right. So get out there and make music. This mic will help you make music. Invest in yourself. And if you're having trouble, PM me. Let me know, because there's no reason you're using this mic and you're having trouble. No reason at all. I'm not charging anything. Just, you know, hit me up and I'll see. If like 10,000 people hit me up, yeah, I'm gonna charge them for that. Yeah. So anyway, guys, keep on rocking.
It's a rogue way, gonna cause some change. Decision time. Tell the truth. Would you rather be a mule or be alive? It's lights out. Lights out. It's lights out in every way. It's lights out, I'm gonna change. It's lights out in every way. It's lights out, I'm gonna change. Is this the end? What did you send into the eye of the storm? I'm switching sides. You have to die to be reborn. Yeah, lights out. It's lights out. It's lights out in every way. It's lights out, I'm gonna change. It's lights out in every way. It's lights out, I'm gonna change.